Dave here, and welcome to the channel. I do appreciate you checking in. Hey, take a look around if you're new. Subscribe if you like some of the stuff. At least watch a few videos. All right, let's get into it. Now, 200 hours in a VR motion simulator. Now, some people might think, man, that's freaking crazy. Why would you want to do that? Other people are like, yeah, I get it, but I know exactly what you're coming from. Just like anything else, like fishing or golf, any other hobby, you're having a good old time. You just want more. So when you start out, maybe you're starting out small and you get a little bit of VR going. Well, that's a good way to do it. Sometimes it's even better if you get a little bit of motion with the VR. Now, if you've ever been to a trade show, something like that, and you've been rushed into sitting in like a motion rig in VR or just a motion rig plain and simple, you're probably not going to like it because you're being rushed. It's kind of a high pressure situation. Now, when you're at your own home on your own time, it's totally different. Now, at those shows, they crank everything up so everybody feels, wow, this is all great and everything. But at home, man, you start out, and even if you turn everything up, first thing you're going to do is turn it back down. Turn it up just a little bit at a time until you get used to it. Now, when I built this rig, I wanted it for VR, and I wanted motion in VR because I was already hooked on VR. But as a cruel twist of fate, my CV1, it wasn't working. It wasn't going to have any of this. I don't know what the problem was. I ended up having to buy a new headset from Facebook this time. I still wanted to have a great time, so I put this screen. Now, it's not the best screen. It's not really anything special. Just a little bit lighter weight than some of the big, heavy Dell screens that I had. So I mounted that, but I mounted it right to the rig. So when everything moved, the monitor would move too. And, that brought the immersion level quite a bit up. That was good. And I couldn't wait for VR. So when I did get to VR finally, and I got it running, yeah, I was a little bit apprehensive because I didn't know if this thing was going to make me sick. I didn't know. But, hey, first time I stepped on the throttle, oh my gosh, yeah, that thing was crazy. It was, but then again, I'm in my own environment here. I'm not at a show. I don't have any pressure whatsoever. It's just a freaking good time. That's all I can say. So let's talk about 200 hours. The way I got that is by driving maybe a couple hours a day on the weekends. And that's really all the time that I have to do this. As fun as it is, it's just like any other hobby. And I wish I could do it every day. So when I started out, the rig was pretty basic. I had 2 degrees of freedom, well, actually 3 degrees of freedom. The monitor was moving with it. And I just wanted these hours that I had to actually be as fun as possible. So a couple of the things that I first did was the shifter. I put in a TH8A shifter, and that way it felt a little bit more like a real car. And to be fair, it was a pretty good upgrade for me. I had a good time, and I'm still using it today. What really started setting it off is I started seeing a few videos on the buttkickers, the little transducers, and when I just went ahead and ordered one. Yeah, that was pretty cool, and I highly recommend it. I have a video on that. I'm like, I'm driving around on these driving force pedals. They're not the best. They work, but there's no clutch. Not real cool. So I went ahead and upgraded to these Fanatec V3 pedals. Yeah. They're such a high quality product. I'm very psyched to use them. I love these things, but it did take a little while to get used to them. So I wasn't real happy. I had to rebalance the rig and stuff like that, just because of the amount of weight these things had compared to the plastic pedals that I was using before. But this is just like any other hobby. You start really enjoying it, and next thing you know, yeah, I need to buy more golf balls. I need fishing lures. I need a bass boat. I need a jet ski, a bigger jet ski, all that kind of stuff. And you know exactly what I'm talking about because you've been sim racing, and this is what it's all about. So about 110 hours into this adventure, I decided to upgrade the wheel. Okay, so I'm going from a plastic wheel with 4-speed factor that's acceptable to something that's mid-range, not super expensive, but the CSL Elite. So I went ahead and mounted this thing up. I knew that my rig might take a hit as far as balance, but it really didn't, even though this is way heavier than the driving force wheel. So I'm about 150 hours in now, and I mean, everything is working really good. I got the rig balanced. I ended up changing the pulse width just a little bit on the motors to give them more power. You know, just certain little things that you do as a sim racer to have more fun or make your rig a little bit more responsive. I then built the wind sim. I added that to the thing. Yeah, that was great. I mean, I do recommend doing it or buying a wind sim, because you're just not going to get that unless you put a fan or something out, and the fan's not going to correlate with the speed that you're going on the car. With my rig, the faster you go, seems like the fans spin faster, and that blows more air right at you. It makes you feel like you're going faster. And in VR, you can't see like a button box and things like that. It's just all in front of you in VR. So, hey, that's the way that goes. 200 hours in VR in this rig. I don't know what else I can do, but I'm sure there's tons of stuff I can do. I can make a hexapod, like 6 motors, that way I get up and down 2. I can do all sorts of different things. I can upgrade the wheel, shifters, make it into a dirt car, anything like that. It's so cool to be in this hobby with you guys, and I do appreciate you checking in. Please subscribe, please like. I'm still trying to grow the channel, so I really do appreciate it.
Well, on the grass. Oh, good God. This